Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock, and we are on the free-to-play account. I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown. So I didn't make a video today, Saturday. It's Saturday morning. In fact, I did not make a video on Friday, mostly because I kind of went to bed early, but I also didn't have that much to really talk about. There wasn't much of an update outside of the new fusion coming up. I just didn't have any relevant information to relay about the account. The account's been doing good. So using that new, not new feature of the new to me feature of RSL Helper, where I'm running effective resources, I was actually very easily able to obtain the Fire Knight points for the Rathalos event, as you can see here, right? So happy about that. I've been doing Arena both for the mission that I currently have and, of course, to get these Rathalos points. Now, the Champion Chase tournament, remember if you remember, I should say, there was discussion that I might try and steal it because the point values were relatively lower. I think it was somewhere in the, yeah, if I remember, I feel like I was saying TNIP, right? And I felt like I was in the capability of pulling my two saved up legendaries and surpassing that number and getting a big number here in order to succeed. Now, if we look, and I may have misspoke on the previous video, but it's 500 for a regular legendary. This is for void legendaries, of course. So it would, and I would really only be pulling sacreds during this event. But if I pulled the two legendaries that I have saved up, it's 1,000 points, and that's not anywhere close to what I need now. So it's a good thing I waited. I'm not going to be able to steal these great rewards, and there's no Rathalos points in here, so I'm not that concerned with going after this particular champion chase. I did already pull my shards, of course. He got two epics. I don't see a scenario where I'm going to get any more uh, sacred shards anytime soon, and Clan Boss has not been all that kind to me since I'm still only doing Nightmare regarding sacred shards. So not much update there. And then if we go to the events, we have the champion training event, which I am now working on. And I know it's a little later in the event, but I'm really only trying to get maybe the points here. This is feels achievable, possibly. So I'll see kind of where I'm at. I don't think I really want to go for the primal shard, although it is good. Um, and then the artifact enhancement event as well. Now, here's the plan for the artifact enhancement event. I'm going to stream tonight. I have been doing a lot of farming. Now, I don't know, I've been, coming in here and checking, so I don't know how much of it's going to show up. But yeah, there you go. You can see I have been doing a lot of farming, and we have some gear to really work with now. So, I kind of want to go through some of this gear. It's not super filtered, although this is a pretty decent piece, kind of. Um, but I want to kind of go through this gear and see what's usable, what I want to get rid of. Do I have any really good? Yeah, great piece, great piece. This will very very likely go on my seer. Um, who we're going to talk about here in a second. So I kind of want to go through some of this gear, level up some stuff, see what we get, see where we're at, see if there's any improvements to existing champions that we can make, or prepare builds for future champions like potentially Ignatius and Ray. And just kind of get a feel for what the account is doing. Now, I don't want to go too crazy on my silver because I will be going for the next fusion. Now, the information on the next fusion is out there. I don't have anything to pull up regarding it. I guess I could pull up Hell Hades listing here, where they're listing it right now as a 4.5 overall. Great for Doom Tower, and then Arena seems to be the specialty here. So we have on the A1 a 35% chance of increasing cooldowns of active skills by 2 turns. This is a very, very good ability, plus gaining turn meter off that. Then we have stealing all turn meter. This is basically an extra turn if used at the right time. And stunning them, which is very powerful. So you're going to steal all of their turn meter and you're going to stun them. A lot of people have been talking about Dark Fae recently because it's her rotation and it's the time to do her. If you were considering what an amazing champion would be for Dark Fae, this is it. You're stealing turn meter and stunning them. You're basically preventing the copies that Dark Fae makes from taking a turn, right? That was one of my first thoughts from a PvE perspective, because this is mostly a PvP champion. And then there is we bring a sheep and a chance to remove all buffs from all enemies, which is very good, plus turn meter based on that mechanic as well. And then Master of Ceremonies, whenever sheep is removed or expires, increases the cooldown of a random active skill on that enemy to its max, and then fills this champion's turn meter by 10% for each turn added to the cooldown. If there are multiple champions on the same TA, and that's the typical, right? So this is kind of the what they revealed about the champion, and it is an extremely strong champion. Also for Eternal Dragon, I didn't even think about that until I just happened to glance, and yeah, you'll see Dark Fae. They agree with me there. Eternal Dragon as well. So really, really good champion for Doom Tower as far as PvE is concerned, and amazing for Arena. Now, I've never really used a lockout build in Arena before, if I'm being completely honest. I don't have Warlord. On my main account, I don't have Warlord. I have a Basher, but I got him so late, and my team is just a go second team, so I don't really do the lockout kind of stuff with it. So, the reason I'm mentioning this is that this is a fun experiment for me. Sorry, I have a dog hair in my mouth. To kind of figure out how to use that. Similarly, like I'm learning how to use Ally Protect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stream tonight, and we're going to do upgrading artifacts. I'm going to look into the builds of champions, and I'm probably going to try and experiment with some speed tuning for my current clan boss team. Now, the current clan boss team is working very, very well, at least until affinity changes. I did 22 million on my first key on Nightmare, and then my second key only did 19. Now, that's still plenty enough to get over the 39 million goal, but I definitely want to speed tune this a little bit more, try and see what I can do to get that Skull Crusher to always have Ally Protect up as much as possible. So I'm probably going to get in there and experiment with that a little bit. Thankfully, we don't have any other turn meter mechanics, so provided that I'm not using any masteries that are altering turn meter, I should be able to speed tune it pretty well. That is kind of the biggest issue, is like, what masteries am I using? I know that, what does this one do? So that's delaying death. We are using Cycle of Violence, which could screw up. Oh no, that's never gonna go off. That's never gonna go off on a clan boss, so I'm not worried about that. Cool. Yeah, I don't think we're in a position where I have to worry about any of that. So I'm gonna do some rebuilding of champions. I'm gonna do some upgrading of gear. Probably possibly reworking some gear and kind of figuring out how to make our teams stronger. going into Clan Boss on this account. Also going to probably do Hydra, maybe if I have time, on both of my main account and my free-to-play account. So, and then I'll also be doing rebuilds of champions on the free-to-play challenge account as well. So I'm really excited for this stream. I won't do any account takeovers tonight. I'm basically doing an account takeover on my own account. That's a great way to look at it. I'm taking over my own account, and my own accounts, plural, and trying to get them more min-maxed. So that's kind of the plan. And now let's talk about the fusion a little bit more. I'm excited for the fusion. It sounds like it's going to be the hybrid fusion. So we're going to have fragments for the epics. And then we're going to level up and fuse those epics a la a Razin fusion, right? So that sounds interesting. I don't know how that's going to impact necessarily my resources, right? And we are also entering the 5th year anniversary of Raid Shadow Legends, which does mean that there could be some more shenanigans going on as far in a good way of getting resources and things like that. I am pretty light on shards. I suspect that the champion chase will be the void shards that I've been waiting so long for, the void shard 2x. So hopefully we've got 20 void shards. Hopefully we can get some good points out of that and not have to spend any other resources. But I am, of course, as I mentioned, I think earlier in this video, they're blurring it together a little bit, that I'm going to save these to pull during the champion chase during the fusion as well. So we should get a good bit of resources. I am curious. I wonder how long it will take for White Queen to become exchangeable. Like for these 30 fragments to be exchangeable. I'm curious at how long that'll take. Okay. We got events. So champion training, I briefly mentioned this, I believe, but champion training is what I'll be doing with my energy throughout the day. Just grinding away in 12-3 Brutal. Just trying to get as many points as I can here. And, of course, leveling up champions. So right now, I'm leveling up until it gets... I'm gonna use the campaign to level these champions up. At a certain point, it gets pretty... Actually, I'm not going to do Seer, because I need to do Seer. Seer needs her masteries. So I'm going to level up Seer in Minotaur, actually. I wonder if it would make sense for me to do Minotaur alongside the champion training event. Probably not. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to level up champions right now that I'm going to be leveling up food and leveling up champions that I want to rank up, of course. That's what I'll be doing right now. Tonight, I will spend some gems to level up Seer while getting all of her masteries. So it'll probably be about 600 gems, give or take, like 650 maybe, to max out her masteries and gain her levels while doing so, which will get me points towards the champion training, of course. Not a lot of points, but it will get me points. And then I will also get her masteries. So I feel like that's the best way to do it, because she is someone I want to level up right now. And once I have Ignatius level 50, we might even do this on camera tonight. I want to experiment with him in Spider 20 because we do need to get a Spider 20 team going. So if I can get him in Spider 20 and see if I can make an HP burn team work with him with some turn meter control, Armiger might be somebody I rebuilt today, in fact, during my live stream. So tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time, I will be live streaming and trying to put that stuff together and seeing what we can do. So in the meantime, I'll just be grinding away, using the energy as it comes up, and getting food and champions leveled up. So that's pretty much everything going on. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for being here, even after a day where I didn't release a video. I was so nervous. Every time I make a decision like that and I open up my YouTube studio and I'm like, okay, whew, I didn't lose any subscribers. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much. And I will hopefully see some of you tonight. For those of you that aren't there tonight, I'll see you in the next video.